हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते महाविष्णु गोस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायशवभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय जगतगुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। शिला गुरुदेव महाराष्ट्र गोसाई महाराज की जय। श्रीमद् भागवतम पुराण की जय। श्रीमद् भगवत गीता एज इट इज की जय। नेक्टर ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शंस की जय। श्री अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। तको प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. First of all, I want to say thank you very much for His Grace Amrish Prabhu, Her Grace Punpragya Devi Dasi Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Smarpan Krishna Prabhu for giving me this chance, training us and guiding us all the way, and organizing these wonderful programs. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Shila Gurudev ki jai. Shila Prabhupada ki jai. So we are studying Nectar of Instruction, text 3. So as usual, we will start with reciting our verse. I'll share my screen. I think Prabhuji has to allow me. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. I recite first and then we'll go. उत्साहा निश्चया धैर्या तत्तत् कर्म प्रवर्तना संगत्यागात् सतो वृत्ते षड्भिर्भक्ति प्रसिद्ध्यति. Translation. There are 6 principles favorable to the execution of pure devotional service. 1. Being enthusiastic. 2. Endeavoring with confidence. 3. Being patient. 4. Acting according to regulative principles such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smarana, hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna. Number 5. Abandoning the association of devotees. And 6. Following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas. These 6 principles undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotional service. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All right, so yes, Mataji and Prabhuji, if you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, Her Grace Purna Pragya Mataji, His Grace Krishna Samapan Krishnadas Prabhuji for arranging these classes. Thank you so much, His Grace Sanjeev Prabhuji, Her Grace Dolly Mataji, His Grace Sheetal Prabhuji, and Her Grace Namrata Mataji for training us. उत्साहान् निश्चयाधैर्यात् तत्तत्कर्म प्रवर्तनात् सङ्गत्यागात् सतो वृत्तेः षड्भिर्भक्ति प्रसिद्ध्यति. Translation. There are 6 principles favorable to the execution of pure devotional service. 1. Being enthusiastic. 2. Endeavoring with confidence. 3. Being patient. 4. Acting according to the regulative principles such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna. 5. Abandoning the association of non-devotees. And 6. Following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas. These 6 principles undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotional service.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, who's next? Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, His Grace Purna Padma Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Samapan Krishna Prabhuji for arranging these classes and trainings. And thank you, His Grace Sanjeev Prabhuji, His Grace Jolly Mataji, His Grace Sheetal Prabhuji, and His Grace Namrata Mataji for training. उत्साह निश्चयाध्यया तत्तत्कर्म प्रवर्तते भक्ति प्रसिद्ध्यति. Translation.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, your mic, your voice gone.
Hare Krishna, hello. Can you hear me now, Prabhu?
It came back now. Yes. Can you do it again, Prabhu? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sing it again, Prabhu.
Yeah.
उत्साह निश्चयाध्यया तत्तत्कर्म प्रवर्तनात् संगत्यागात् सतो वृत्तेः षड्भिर्भक्ति प्रसिद्ध्यति. Translation. There are 6 principles favorable to the execution of pure devotional service. First, being enthusiastic. Second, endeavoring with confidence. Third, being patient. Fourth, acting according to regulative principles such as Shavanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna. Fifth, abandoning the association of non-devotees. And sixth, following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas. These 6 principles undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotional service.
Thank you, Prabhu. All right. Shishti Mataji, yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, Her Grace Purna Pagna Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Sarpan Krishna Prabhuji for arranging this class and training us. Thank you, His Grace Sanjeev Prabhuji, Her Grace Dolly Mataji, His Grace Sheetal Prabhuji, Her Grace Namrata Mataji for training us. Utsaha nishchaya dharya tat karma pravartanat संगत्यागात् सतो वृत्ते षट्पे भक्ति प्रसिद्ध्यति. The translation. There are 6 principles favorable to the execution of pure devotional service. First, being enthusiastic. Second, endeavoring with confidence. Third, being patient. Fourth, acting according to regulative principles such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna. Fifth, abandoning the association of non-devotees. And sixth, following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas. These 6 principles undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotional service.
Thank you, Mata. Hare Krishna. All right. I think Om Prabhuji is with us. Hare Krishna, Om Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
Thank you, Sanjeev Prabhuji for His Grace Sanjeev. Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, His Grace Purna Pragya Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhuji for organizing these classes and training us. Thank you, His Grace Sanjeev Prabhuji, and Her Grace Dolly Mataji for mentoring us. Prabhuji, not able to see the screen share is.
I think I already shared the screen. You can't see it?
Yes. Now I can see.
Oh,
उत्साहनिश्चयाद्धैर्या तत्तत्कर्म प्रवर्तनात् संगत्यागात् सतो वृत्तेः शब्दिर्भक्ति प्रसिद्ध्यति. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There are 6 principles favorable to the execution of pure devotional service. First, being enthusiastic. Second, endeavoring with confidence. Third, being patient. Fourth, acting according to regulative principle, such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna. Fifth, abandoning the association of non devotees. And sixth, following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas. These 6 principles undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotional service. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. All right, so the other devotees wants to recite.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji. Thank you, Her Grace Purna Bhagya Mataji, and thank you, Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhu, for arranging these classes. Thank you, Sanjeev Prabhuji, for taking these classes. उत्साहा निश्चया धैर्यात् तत्तत् कर्म प्रवर्तनात् संगत्यागात् सतो वृत्ते षड्भिर्भक्तिः प्रसिद्ध्यति. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There are 6 principles favorable to the execution of pure devotional service. Number 1, being enthusiastic. Number 2, endeavoring with confidence. Number 3, being patient. Number 4, acting according to the regulative principles such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna. Number 5, abandoning the association of non-devotees. And number 6, following in the footsteps of previous acharyas. These 6 principles undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotional service. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji. Thank you, Her Grace Purnaparna Devidasi Mataji. And thank you, His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Das Prabhuji. Thank you all the dear devotees for your very nice recitation and realizations. Thank you, Prabhuji. उत्साह निश्चया धैर्या तत्तत् कर्मा प्रवर्तनम् संगत्यागत् सतो वृत्तिः सद्भिर्भक्ति प्रसीदति. Right. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There are 6 principles favorable to the execution of pure devotional service. 1, being enthusiastic. 2, endeavoring with confidence. 3, being patient. 4, acting according to regulative principles such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna. 5, abandoning the association of non-devotees. And 6, following in the footsteps of previous acharyas. These 6 principles undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotional service. Jai, Srila Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare
Jai.
Krishna. Thank you. All right. So, we come to the purport now. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, I'll just go to where we left last week. Yes. who's going to read today? I think Mataji's has done. Is Pradyuman Prabhu is there?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. You wanna read today? No?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Oh, thank you, Prabhu.
Devotional service means transcendental activities. On the transcendental platform, there is no contamination by the three modes of material nature. This is called Vishuddha Sattva, the platform of pure goodness, or goodness free from contamination by the qualities of passion and ignorance. In this Krishna consciousness movement, we require everyone to rise early in the morning by 4 a.m. and attend Mangala Aarti, or morning worship, then read Srimad Bhagavatam, perform Kirtan, and so forth. Thus, we hold continuous activities in devotional service 24 hours daily. This is called Sato Vritti, or following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas, who expertly filled every moment of time with Krishna conscious activities.
Yes. So this is the sixth principle, Sato Vritti. So following the footsteps of previous acharya. Sat means goodness. Srila Prabhupada are saying here Vishuddha Sattva. So pure goodness. Vishuddha is pure and Sattva is goodness. So actually all the Yam, Niyam and Krishna conscious activities, they keep us above the modes, the three modes of material nature, because they are constantly working on us. And we are victimized by these modes and acting in such a way that we're getting entangled further and further. But Krishna conscious activities are transcendental, and our acharyas in parampara also transcendental. As Srila Prabhupada said, that they expertly filled every moment of time with Krishna conscious activities. So we follow their footsteps. Now, there is a big difference between following and imitating. It is called Anusharan and Anukaran. We do not do Anukaran or imitating our acharyas. This will be fall down, because prematurely becoming sannyasis or Babaji, when you still have sense gratification tendency or still have family responsibilities, you just want to live on the expense of others or want to enjoy power and designation. This is not what it is said here, Sato Vritti. Our Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj, said that he took sannyas when his plate was full, means he got free from all his family responsibilities. Then he took sannyas. So, following the footsteps is Anusharan. We can follow the instructions of our gurus, our spiritual master, wherever we are situated. Sthane sthita. We do not require to do imitating. Sannyas or brahmachari. Of course, if you someone is deeply inspired to become brahmachari, then it is allowed. They can become brahmachari. But otherwise, in grahastha life also, we can follow the footsteps of our previous acharyas. The main thing is Krishna should be in the center, and we increase our attachment to Krishna, because that is the main thing. Because otherwise, if we prematurely or we think that taking sannyas or becoming, that's what they call it, full time, is going to help us, like we're going to be progress in Krishna consciousness very, very soon. The objective or the main purpose is that we put Krishna in the center. We can do that in our situation as well, wherever we are, either in student life, grahastha life, or vanaprastha, because our consciousness should be Krishna. Our consciousness needs to change, not our physical body or the way outside. The inside should need to be changed. So yeah, that is the main point of this paragraph that Srila Prabhupada are putting forward, that Sato Vritti. We have to following the footsteps to understand what exactly are previous acharyas, what are their instructions. So we can follow their instructions honestly and sincerely. All right. Okay. So we'll go to the next paragraph.
If one if one strictly follows the advice given in this verse by Srila Rupa Goswami, namely being enthusiastic, being confident, being patient, giving up the association of unwanted persons, following the regulative principles, and remaining in the association of devotees, one is sure to advance in devotional service. In this regard, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur remarks that the cultivation of knowledge by philosophical speculation, the collection of mundane opulence by the advancement of fruitive activities, and the desire for yoga siddhis, material perfections, are all contrary to the principle of devotional service. One has to become thoroughly callous to such non-permanent activities and turn his intention instead to the regulative principles of devotional service. According to Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 69.
Yeah, we'll see what Srila Prabhupada are saying in this paragraph, and then we'll take the verse. Uh, so these 6 principles we follow, and we will advance in devotional service. Srila Prabhupada are referring here to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's remarks that cultivation of knowledge by mental speculation or yoga siddhi or fruitive works and material perfections are all contrary to the principle of bhakti. So they are contrary to the principles of bhakti. So in this regard, there is a reference in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, verse 7. So I'll just quickly share that reference before we go to the verse. Yeah. So the verse says that वासुदेवे भगवती भक्ति योगा प्रयोजितः जनत्याशु वैराग्यम ज्ञानम च यद अहेतुकम. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. By rendering devotional service unto the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from the world. So here, like Srila Prabhupada is saying that about having perfection of mental speculation or cultivation of knowledge, yoga, siddhi, fruitive works, and all those things are contrary. Because why? Because when we render devotional service, pure devotional service to the Lord, we immediately acquire those causeless knowledge and detachment from this world. Srila Prabhupada are saying in the purport one point that generally it is said that the bhakti cult is meant for the Shudras, Vaishyas, and the less intelligent woman class. But that is not the actual fact. The bhakti cult is the topmost of all transcendental activities, and therefore it is simultaneously sublime and easy. It is sublime for the pure devotees who are serious about getting in contact with the Supreme Lord, and it is easy for the neophytes who are just on the threshold of the house of bhakti. So it is both sublime and easy, because the big yoga siddhis or meditation techniques or mental speculation, they're not easy. It's very hard. We can't, like, you can see the impersonalists or the yogis, they go to Himalayas and they do meditation and they do very severe austerity. We cannot even do little bit austerity. What to talk about like that severe, like having like no clothes on the body in severe weather, cold or heat, and then they still do their meditation. So these processes are not very easy. They are very, very hard. But Srila Prabhupada are saying here that this Krishna consciousness process is both sublime and easy. Means it's sublime for the devotees, you don't have to do anything else, just follow Krishna consciousness activities. And it's easy for neophytes, who just started. So um, when we come into the Krishna consciousness, we start following devotional service. So all the activities like chanting, worshipping, or arati, offering to Krishna, and even studying the Srila Prabhupada books, they're not very hard compared to what the yogis and all those austerities they're doing. So yes, so all these high grade activities are corollary factors following the pure bhakti. Means when we follow pure devotional service, we acquire all the knowledge and attachment, even though we are low born or Shudra. Bhakti is dynamic and cannot be checked. So in the end, Srila Prabhupada are saying in the purport that in conclusion, one who is pure devotee has all other good qualities, namely knowledge, detachment, etc. But one who has knowledge or detachment only is not necessarily well acquainted with the principles of bhakti cult. Bhakti is the supermost occupation of human being. Yes, this is the effect of the following pure bhakti. So this is the effect. So when we follow the pure bhakti, automatically the knowledge and the renunciation comes. So we don't have to do extra endeavor or those high grade, so-called high grade activities. So this is the reference or the points from that para, and Srila Prabhupada gave the reference further of Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse 69 that we look at now. Okay. We'll read the reference here. Yes, Prabhu.
या निशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागरति संयमी यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुनेः. What is night for all beings is the time of awakening for the self-control, and the time of awakening for all being is night for the introspective stage.
Yes. So this is a famous verse from Bhagavad Gita that Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati samyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato munehi. Translation: what is night for all beings is the time of awakening for the self-control, and the time of awakening for all beings is night for the introspective sage. So we need to understand what's that mean. Srila Prabhupada is saying in the purport that the sage feels transcendental pleasure in the gradual advancement of spiritual culture, whereas the man in materialistic activities, being asleep to self-realization, dreams of varieties of sense pleasure, feeling sometimes happy and sometimes distressed in his sleeping condition. The introspective man is always indifferent to materialistic happiness and distress. He goes on with his self realization activities undisturbed by material reactions. Yes, so the materialistic people are busy in sense gratification, and this is all in all for them because it is night for them in regards to self realization. They are ignorant, and in the darkness of ignorance, they think that this material body is all in all, and thus face the suffering and happiness. But our introspective sage, he is in knowledge and know the truth. He is awake in regards to self-realization. So he is awake in the night for materialistic people. It's not like that he doesn't sleep like in the night. Night here is talking about the referring to the night here in this verse is night towards the or the ignorance towards the self-realization. That is night. So Srila Prabhupada are saying that he goes on with his self-realization activities undisturbed by material reactions. He is a Dhira Purusha. Dhiras Tatra Namuyati. That is also mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 30. That he doesn't get bewildered by materialistic changes. So we learn this when we follow these 6 favorable activities of bhakti, and when we advance in devotional service. So when slowly we come to know, or our realizations changes, or we grow in bhakti, and then we can understand that what's really the night for night of these materialistic activities. So that is this verse that Srila Prabhupada has referred. Let's see the next one. Next paragraph. Yes, Prabhuji.
Engagement in the devotional service of the Lord is the life and soul of the living entity. It is the desired goal and supreme perfection of human life. One has to become confident about this, and one also has to be confident that all activities other than devotional service, such as mental speculation, fruitive work, or mystic endeavor, will never yield any enduring benefit. Complete confidence in the path of devotional service will enable one to attain his desired goal. But attempting to follow other paths will only succeed in making one restless. In the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated, one must be calmly convinced that those who have given up devotional service to engage in severe austerities for other purposes are not purified in their minds, despite their advanced austerities, because they have no information of the transcendental loving service of the Lord.
Yes. So there are 2 points here in this para that explaining by Srila Prabhupada. That the first is that to be completely convinced or complete confidence in Krishna consciousness process. Sometimes people follow devotional service and still go here and there with other paths or associate with other people who are not like-minded. This point Srila Prabhupada is saying that it will only make you restless. So if we have complete confidence in devotional service process and follow it with these 6 favorable activities and avoid 6 unfavorable activities that were given in previous verse, then we can achieve a desired goal. Why we do not have confidence? Because first of all, we lack 100% faith in Krishna. And second, we do not take risks for Krishna. Our motto is give Krishna a chance. So when we give Krishna a chance, then we only we can have confidence in this path. So once we start following devotional service, then we must give our 100% and honestly and sincerely we follow. Actually, when we think about it, we are here in this material world for time immemorial. And so many births we have given to different things. Can't we give only this birth to devotional service of the Lord? Let us give or let us use this birth in the service of the Lord and have complete confidence. And the second point is that other paths like severe austerity, yoga, meditation, and siddhis, all these are not going to liberate us from the entanglement of this material world. Because Srila Prabhupada is saying that those who are engaged in severe austerity for other purpose are not purified in their minds. So the only purificatory process which can give us love of Godhead is pure devotional service. Unalloyed, no mixture of any fruity work or speculative knowledge. That's why Srila Prabhupada is saying that if we follow other things, it will make us restless. We'll be restless because when we start on this path, devotion service, because we have so much conditioning of previous life or so much conditioning of upbringing, our family traditions and all that. So we still have those and we follow in Krishna consciousness, and then slowly, because we need to understand that this is a very sublime and easy process. So we have to what you call follow, as is the previous point, that satovritti, follow the instructions, and then we come to know that these fruitive activities and speculative knowledge, that will make us restless. That's not going to help us. I think that's the only point in this para. If you have any questions or doubts while we discussing it, you can raise it while we are reading. Right. Yes, Prabhu.
That's right. It is further stated in the 10th canto. Although mental speculators and fruitive actors may perform great austerities and penances, they still fall down because they do not have information about the lotus feet of the Lord. The devotees of the Lord, however, never fall down. In Bhagavad Gita chapter 9 verse 31, the Supreme Personality of Godhead assures Arjuna, Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly, that my devotee never perishes.
Yes, so Srila Prabhupada gives this reference. So let's see this reference. Yeah. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat shantim nigacchati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. Translation, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. So I'll just read a point from Purport. Srila Prabhupada saying that generally a devotee who is engaged in the 9 kinds of devotional activities is engaged in the process of cleansing all material contamination from the heart. He puts the Supreme Personality of Godhead within his heart, and all sinful contaminations are naturally washed away. Continuous thinking of the Supreme Lord makes him pure by nature. According to the Vedas, there is a certain regulation that if one falls down from his exalted position, he has to undergo certain ritualistic process to purify himself. But here, there is no such condition because the purifying process is already there in the heart of the devotee due to his remembering the Supreme Personality of Godhead constantly. Therefore, the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare should be continued without stoppage. This will protect a devotee from all accidental fall down. He will thus remain perpetually free from all material contamination. Yeah. So, so this is the point here that devotee of the Lord never perishes. Why? Because Srila Prabhupada are explaining in the purport that he puts the Lord in his heart. Continuous thinking of the Lord makes him pure. This will protect him from accidental fall down. So actually, the 3 modes of material nature, they're constantly working on us. But when we engage in devotional service, then we declare war against Maya. So fall downs are natural in this material world because being here in this material world itself, it is a fall down. So we cannot escape fall downs. But how to protect ourselves is said here that continuous thinking of the Lord. Now, this is done by Krishna conscious activities, chanting, studying, preaching, services, and Yuga Dharma Sankirtan. So, Srila Prabhupada are saying that he will thus remain perpetually free from all material contamination. This is the key and way out of this mess. So, in this verse, Srila Prabhupada refer this verse from Bhagavad Gita, that my devotee never perishes. Why he doesn't perish? Because he is continuously thinking. He is engaged continuously. So this is the key. This is the main point here, that we must engage ourselves continuously. That's why I remember His Grace Amrish Prabhu also mentioned this, that when we start any new work in preaching or new program or whatever, or whatever activity we start, it should be continuous. You know, we don't do haphazardly, like start and stop, start and stop. No. So to think about it before, we can take time thinking about it, but once we start, it should be continuous, because then it gives long lasting effect. And the secret is continuity. If we are continuous in our devotional service, then it will give us desired result. We can attain love of God, not stopping and starting, stopping and starting. So this is the main point here. All right. Yeah, there is another verse here in this regard, Srila Prabhupada, yeah, referred to.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I had one question, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
The verse that we were just reading just now, the
Yeah.
last was that this will protect a devotee from all accidental fall downs.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask Prabhuji that what is accidental fall down? Like, we always choose to do things, right? Like, we always have a choice between Krishna and not doing Krishna conscious activities. So how is it accidental?
Yes. Yeah, there are, because we are in this material world, and so we are in fall down situation anyway, because we are in this material world. We fall down from spiritual world and we here. And we are here for time immemorial. So our conditioning is such that by habit, we develop those habits, fall down habits, bad habits. That's why when we start following devotional service at neophyte stage also, we start doing things, but then because our old habits, they creeps in, and we sort of fall down. That is accident. That is called accidental. Not like intentionally you just doing it. You know that this is bad, but you're still doing it. That is not accidental fall down. Because we are in a process of purification. We're purifying our habits, all bad habits. So sometimes those bad habits, they creeps in, but the real devotee, as His Grace Amrish Prabhu also said, that fall down is normal, but we get up again, start again, and start following again. So it's not that the fall downs won't happen; they will happen. But the main thing is we don't lose our focus. Our focus is Krishna. Our focus is Krishna consciousness. So accidental fall downs, what as far as my understanding is here, we can. This is a good question. We can take this in the end as well to go to His Grace Amrish Prabhu for further explanation. But my understanding is that because we have bad habits for so long, when we are following, then sometimes those bad habits creeps in, and this happens. The fall down happens. Right. So and don't underestimate those bad habits, that they won't come, because we are these are our conditioning for so long, so they will come back. But again, as we in the first verse, we seen those urges. These urges are like waves. So when we tolerate them, then those urges won't affect us. So toleration is very big key to stop those. Those waves will gonna come, because it's in material world. Waves are always there, so they're gonna come. I hope I clarify a little bit, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, thank you so much.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. All right, so yes, we'll see this verse.
Again in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 40, Krishna says, Neha bhikamanasyasti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpam apyasya dharmasya rayate mahato bhayat. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear.
Yeah. This is also another famous verse from Bhagavad Gita. नेहाभिक्रमनाशो अस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमपि अस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्. Translation, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. So we read the point. Srila Prabhupada is saying in the purport that any work begun on the material plane has to be completed. Otherwise, the whole attempt becomes a failure. But any work begun in Krishna consciousness has a permanent effect. Even though not finished, the performer of such work is therefore not a loss, even if his work in Krishna consciousness is incomplete. 1% done in Krishna consciousness bears permanent results, so that the next beginning is from the point of 2%. Whereas in material activity, without 100% success, there is no profit. So this reference here in this verse, Srila Prabhupada are saying that um, Srila Prabhupada is giving this reference to increase our confidence in Krishna. Krishna gives this assurance in this verse, chapter 2, verse 40. So Srila Prabhupada are saying that material activities and their results end with the body, but work in Krishna consciousness, the work in Krishna consciousness carries a person again in Krishna consciousness and sure to have a chance in next life and born again as a human being with favorable conditions. So this is the permanent result. Why is this like that? Srila Prabhupada are saying one point that the devotional service is ahetuki apratihata. It is not the effect of any mundane cause. Actually, this is in the next para. That nor can it be terminated by mundane cause or permanently curtailed by any material interruption. So this is why atuki apratihata. So we read this. This is very important point, and we will look at the verse refer to it as well. This from
Devotional service is so pure and perfect that once having begun, once is forcibly dragged to ultimate success. Sometimes a person will give up his ordinary material engagements and out of sentiment take shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord and thus begin the preliminary execution of devotional service. Even if such an immature devotee falls down, there is no loss on his part. On the other hand, what is the gain of one who executes the prescribed duties according to his varna and ashram, but does not take to devotional service? Although fallen devotee may take his next birth in a low family, his devotional service will nonetheless resume from where it left off. Devotional service is ahaituki apratihata. It is not the effect of any mundane cause, nor can it be terminated by any mundane cause or permanently curtailed by any material interruption. Therefore, a devotee should be confident about his engagement and should not be very interested in the activities of the karmis, jnanis, and yogis.
yeah. So this is the point that the devotional service is ahtuki and apratihata. That's why it gives the permanent result. Now we need to understand these two words. So this is actually another reference in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, chapter 2, verse 6, where this refer to ahtuki and apratihata. So, swai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktiradhokshade ahtuki apratihata yayatma supersidati. Translation, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The supreme occupation, dharma, for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotion service unto the transcendent Lord. Such devotion service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted, ahtuki and apratihata, to completely satisfy the self. So, the supreme occupation is this loving devotion service to the Lord. But how this devotion service should be performed? Unmotivated and uninterrupted. That's why it is permanent. So I'll read the point from purport, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. A living being's sustenance of existence is to coordinate his activities with his eternal relation with the Supreme Lord Krishna. Krishna is the central pivot of living beings, and he is the all attractive living entity or eternal form amongst all other living beings or eternal forms. Each and every living being has his eternal form in the spiritual existence, and Krishna is the eternal attraction for all of them. Krishna is the complete whole, and everything else is his part and parcel. The relation is one of the servant and the served. It is transcendental and is completely distinct from our experience in material existence. This relation of servant and the served is the most congenial form of intimacy. One can realize it as devotion service progresses. Everyone should engage himself in that transcendental loving service of the Lord, even in the present conditional state of material existence. That will gradually give one the clue to actual life and please him to complete satisfaction. So here our real dharma is explained, that loving devotion service to the Lord. And Srila Prabhupada are saying that this relationship of servant and the served is most congenial form of intimacy. That's why it is ahatuki apratihata, causeless and unbroken. Because our purpose of existence is this, then there is no cause behind doing devotion service. No mundane cause. In material world, no one is acting causeless. Everyone has some motive behind their activities. If somebody doing something, there must be some motivation behind it, or what is my profit, why I should do it. But devotion service is not such like that. So even when following devotion service at neophyte stage, we have some motives. But Srila Prabhupada are saying, even if such an immature devotee falls down, there is no loss on his part. He will get a chance in next life, because the nature of devotion service is causeless. So whether we following the devotion service with some cause, but the nature of devotion service is causeless. That's ahatuki and apratiyat. So Vaishnava's mercy is causeless also. That's why we see that it is the causeless mercy of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev, and our mentors that we are getting this chance to follow devotion service. Because whoever is following devotion service, that is causeless. So because nature of the devotion service is causeless. So and then it is causeless mercy of our acharyas that we are getting this chance. So this is the main point here, that ahtuki apratihata, and that's why it gives us permanent results. All right, so I think we got only 4 minutes left, but it's a little bit purport left, but we can take it in the next week. Yes, Mataji, you want to say something?
Yes, Prabhuji, I had one question.
Yes.
Regarding the first line of that paragraph, it said that devotional service is so pure and perfect that once having begun, one is forcibly dragged to the ultimate success.
Yes.
This I like. I'm just trying to understand it because they always say that it's dependent on our free will, and it is entirely dependent on us whether we want to perfect our devotional service or not. So, how I Prabhupada writing this point that one is forcibly dragged to ultimate success just having begun.
Yes. Yes, Mata, it's a good question. Yeah. So, yes, we will drag what's that mean? It means that when we start following devotion service, so we change our lifestyles, like you can take it yourself or I can take it myself that before we living some other lifestyle, sense gratificated lifestyle, our friend circle is different, our enjoyments, the way of doing parties and all that is different. But when we start following devotion service, slowly, we getting purified from all those conditioning. Our tastes change. So now, even if you want to go back, you won't fit in. You feel like you're not enjoying that atmosphere because you've grown out of it. So even you don't like it, that devotion service will drag you. Because you won't feel, yeah, you will feel that you are not belongs there. So, and plus the association of devotees, like-minded devotees. When we are associate with like-minded devotees, we get utsaha, we get encouragement, we get pushed. So you can feel sometimes like some weeks you are down or whenever the Sunday program comes, when we attend Hare Krishna weekend program, we recharge again and we start going again, So so this is the effect of devotion service. Although we have free will, because we had free will, and that's why we chose to come. We chose to come here. Okay, we should come. We should attend the program. But the thing is that devotion service nature is such that once you tasted it a little bit, then you won't go back, and that is the permanent result. Yes. As I explained it a little bit, Mataji.
Yes,
Otherwise, we can. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, Prabhuji. It
You can
makes
experience it, right?
yes, yes, of course. I was also thinking from that point of view that there are also a lot of people. I mean, I don't know that I know, but I'm just like there are must be a lot of people who come and go also, right? Like who come here, who come to a lot of places of these centers, but then they go back to their way of life also. So does it apply for them as well, the sentence?
Yes, Srila Prabhupada are saying that even like neophyte devotees, like if he fall down like immaturely, or immaturely he just left, but there is no loss on his part. He will get the permanent result. Maybe not in this life, maybe next life. So it depends. So it's actually up to us. Like if you wanna finish your devotion service or finish your purification in this birth only, or you wanna drag it to the next lives, because then the chances are you are taking risk, you are taking chances. So yes, because of the conditioning, because of their hidden motives or other motives, they come and go, and it doesn't suit them, whatever the reason is. But at least they got this even 0.5%. If they got, then that is the permanent result they will get. Right. Yes, Mataji. I
Yes,
think the
thank you,
time is
Prabhuji.
up.
Hare
So
Krishna. Yes, thank you,
Hare
sir.
Krishna. So we will take this question if you want to put that in towards the end. Thank you. So we'll stop here as time is up. So we'll start the next program. Prabhuji will start the next program. So we